USA. Welcome to Powerful Couple Journey, where we talk about immigration process, J1 waiver, and all other sort of ideas regarding the J1 teachers seeking for their immigration benefit, especially for the J1 waiver process. Do it yourself. It's the time of the year where there's a lot of commotions when it comes to the immigration right now. One of which is the on hold notice for the J1 visa status and the student visa, which is under F1 visa. This is announced March 27, yesterday, 2025. And the media is all over the place giving a lot of misconception regarding this one. But we know that some of our aspirant J1 teachers from the Philippines are also worried about this, especially that their immigration status and their visa interview is put on hold as well. We can't blame them, especially that they already spent thousands of dollars. And most of them have their agency in coming here in the US, so it's a lot of trouble for them. And come to think of it, there's a lot of changes when it comes to the education as well. We've heard based on a J1 Waiver Helping Hands group, and this is based from the source that the IGA waiver, which is the Interested Government Agency waiver, is also put on hold when it comes to the Bureau of Indian Education. So, come to think of it, they no longer give any IGA waiver under the BIE schools. We have J1 teachers that are under the BIE school and they no longer can move forward, especially if they are already on their fifth year and this is their last year to really do their grind if they wanted to become a legal permanent resident here in the US. So immigration process right now is really tedious and there's a lot of uncertainties when it comes to this. But for those that are already here in the US, especially that you got married to your US citizen spouse and you are a J1 teacher with 212E rule to your home residency requirement, there's still a chance for you. Thank you for those who are watching. I really appreciate your time and attention in coming here. We have a lot of posts right now, and we have been giving information from time to time. Thank you for those who are watching. I really appreciate you coming here. Immigration right now is really something, especially for those that are doing their J1 visa coming here in the US. So just stay still and always pray for the best, especially that you already spent thousands of dollars for you to process your papers. I came here through an agency and I know the feeling. I spent almost $20,000 to that agency, including all the paperworks. So I know the agony of waiting, especially for this unprecedented time with the on hold of the J1 visa. It's going to be something for now. So please stay tuned for more ideas and information. We are going to talk also about the 13.01P code for those teachers with their DS 2019, and that means you are privately funded and you have a code of 13.01. It says here that J1 teachers with those 13.01P code are now declassed as not subject to the 212E at the US Embassy. However, you still need to have your H1B visa through your school district if you are a J1 teacher in order for you to transition and make it more permanent for you with the work permit and with your petition through your employer. So find a school district that could hire you as an H1B visa, especially if you are a 13.01P code. You no need to hire a lawyer, not unless you're not confident with the papers. But one thing is for sure, if your school district already has a lawyer, You can reach out to your HR and talk to them. Let them know that you have a 13.01 P code in your DS 2019 and you are able to transition with their help, and let them know about the process. Everything is already in YouTube, everything is already in the computer, in the internet. All you need to do is to decipher which is the most important and relevant information that you are needing. Like, for example, right now, J1 visas are on hold. Are you going to be panicking? No. You need to know the timeline and you need to know that there is a certain process. The reason they wanted to have the on hold is this: they are trying to really dig deeper into our social media accounts. So the USCIS are no longer just looking at your papers for the authenticity, they're also looking further with the information you're posting online, because we don't know you are doing something negative that could impact the US government or the US country as a whole. And we know that college students, some of them have been protesting against the government and against the American policies overall. So that is like an immigration crackdown right there, which really affects F1 visas or student visa and J1 exchange cultural program visitors. So it's something that we should know and we should focus. Just think of the positive side, especially if you are already on the process in coming here in the US. I would really love to let you know that I am so blessed that I got my waiver in the year 2023 and able to transition and helping a lot of J1 teachers through J1 Waiver Helping Hands group. It is in Facebook, a private group. Just agree to group rules, and I, as your admin, will accept you immediately. My heart is saddened for those who are not agreeing to group rules because I do need to decline them. And in order to have the harmony of the group, just agree to group rules and you will be accepted immediately. Even though you don't have to answer some of the questions that are related to the group, as long as you agree to group rules, I will accept you immediately. Let your friends know, J1 teachers or J1 visa holders that are really seeking for a group of people or a community that are helping each other, giving insights and giving successful stories when it comes to the J1 waiver process, whether they have an immigration lawyer or doing it DIY, just like what I did. We also have a website, powerfulcouplejourney.com, where you can find a lot of information regarding the forms that you have to submit if you wanted to have your waiver approved. So these are the forms that you have to submit: the S-3035, Form I-612. These are important. If you got married to your U.S. citizen spouse, you can file Form I-130, Form I-130A, and Form I-864. These are important as well. And if you wanted to work, but this is very tricky and crucial right now, which is not recommended, that unless you have your waivers with these forms, you can file adjustment of status, Form I-485, your medical record, Form I-693, Form I-765 work permit, and or if you wanted to have a travel document, Form I-131. All these have forms and related payments with a fee schedule through the USCIS.gov. And this one, the S-3035, is only $120. It haven't changed for several years now. And this one right here is back to 1,100. So make sure you have known all the details. All these, if you will file, will only worth $3,000, more or less. But if you have a lawyer, include 5,500. That's the payment of the lawyer, all the way to $20,000. So it depends on you if you wanted to do this on your own. We have a website, powerfulcouplejourney.com, that we can help and give you ideas, especially with a bundle. Start from DS-3035 all the way down to Form I-131, showing you the evidences, the statement of reasons, affidavit, letter of support, friends from family, and different kinds of psychological evaluation, medical doctor's note, um, all ideas and cover letters that are very important. I have already a person who were able to get their cover letters through our website, powerfulcouplejourney.com, and they are so happy because those are very useful to them. And if you're going to hire a lawyer, it's going to be too much. So if you have the confidence to do it yourself, go ahead, and we are here to help you. Go message me through Facebook Messenger, Emmary T. Powell, and I will always answer your question that is relating to J1 waiver process. I have every day asked me questions, and I'm so thankful as well because they are there and really listening to our story. Now, for those that are aspiring J1 teachers to come here, don't lose hope. Either you already have your interview but it got on hold, still it is on hold. It doesn't mean that you're not gonna have to continue that one. You just have to put that aside and think of other things that you can do in order to prepare yourself in coming here, because I'm telling you, it's not easy to teach here in the US. It's very hard. I've been teaching since 2019 as an international teacher. I stopped in the year 2023, the moment I got my green card. So it's really up to you if you want it. 5 years free to teach here, and it's really up to you if you can manage the classroom management. It's very tough, and there are also class rules, administrations, school district, curriculum changes, and a lot of people that will really either help you or scrutinize you along the way. So it's really up to you on how um, hard it is for you to let go of your dream, which is your American dream. So I am so blessed that I got married here with my husband William, and we are able to transition ourselves with all of the process through the J1 waiver with exceptional hardship to my US citizen spouse on the grounds on financial hardship, psychological hardship, emotional hardship, career and financial hardship, which I already mentioned, and language barrier, family separation, all those information. It can be found in powerfulcouplejourney.com. That way you have an idea. Or if you don't want to pay, that's okay. All you need to do is to watch the playlist we have in Powerful Couple Journey here in the YouTube channel. If you arrived this part of the video, in our live video, please consider to like, share, subscribe. That way we can have a lot of ideas to share to our group and be able to give ideas as well for those that are really seeking for information and really looking for ways on how to connect to other people. The reason why I created J1 Waiver Helping Hands group is there's not a lot of information, especially in the internet, during the time that I've been seeking for this waiver. And it's so hard to do, especially that you're just doing it all by yourself or you're doing it with your spouse. And there's very a lot of uncertainties, especially that your lawyer or we're not doing having our lawyer during the time. We're just paying subscription, and at the same time, we just had one consultation fee, which is $150. It's still $150 until now, online or in person. We have one J1 teacher who's very vocal, and he said that a famous J1 attorney that's handling J1 waiver is having consultation for $150. So those are the things that she shared. And I'm so thankful that she's very open and transparent to those numbers, especially that she's also letting herself know that if she can have this on her own, she can do it. So message me, ask me questions. I'm going to share my ideas. I'm not an immigration lawyer, but I have ideas that I can share to you, especially that we are here helping each other and giving insights for those that are seeking for their waiver. And if you are a J1 teacher really striving to have your way in coming here in the US, don't lose hope. It's just an on hold process. Just make sure you have all your documentations ready. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your time and attention. God bless and see you on my next video. Have a great day.